Hello everyone, I'm Dragon Whelp. Well, it's one of those curses again. I updated my computer and I'm not... the audio on this track was... my mic was all goofed up and everything. But I'm post-commentating this and yeah. Well, we first start off where we last left off, was with Balthazar in space. I did do a little bit of goofing up there because I didn't know that this interaction was going to happen. So I wound up restarting the game, and that way you could actually read what Balthazar is saying. Once I restart it, I will narrate it as I see it on the screen. Yeah, this is me right now trying to restart the game, trying to figure out why I couldn't why I couldn't see Balthazar's text. But we restarted the game, jumped straight to the cutscene where the beginning, and we just continued. And now that I know just a little bit how Balthazar moves in space, it was a whole lot better, because I realized that you could point the arrow with the WAS and D keys and then press space to charge up his little jetpack, or his EVA pack, if you were. Whoa! Did not expect another dog here. Likewise, name's Lachka. Balthazar. Were you shot out here by the Soviets too? Nope, I've lost my owner and I'm looking for him. Is he an astronaut? No, there's the frisbee with his sin out here somewhere. Truly, I've seen it. If you've been to traverse the astrofield, though. Dangerous. I'll do whatever it takes. Good luck, Balthazar. You take on that ham radio sometime. It gets some kind of lonely out here. Thanks. He calls him Laika, which his name changed apparently during the thing. Either that or Balthazar was being funny. But I wound up missing the first checkpoint. It was funny because the rock off screen was pulling some magnetic forces and just pulled me off screen. So, and with this being in space, you basically have to hit the checkpoints in order for the next section to progress. So this is me trying to go really, really slowly, and I finally did get the checkpoint. And then here's just me getting some new stuff, and we learned how we have the emergency stop system, which is where we press F on the keyboard as the thing is ready. If you look up in the top right hand corner of the screen, you see it does charge, and it will tell you when it's ready. Right now it's charging, and just a few seconds you see that charging change to ready, which allows me to stop. Now, these first little few checkpoints were relatively easy to get through. Yeah, I guess it's basically they were trying to... The game developers were teaching you how to traverse in space, and the fact that you have to hit the checkpoints in order to access the new areas, which I will have to say, and I said it in the video even though you can't hear me, the way they did this, the design of this game, and basically everything, like the control-wise, like every level is something new and exciting. It just makes this game so much more, it's like replayable. And not every single time I've noticed throughout the entirety of this level, every time you load in from a checkpoint save, if you die or something happens, it doesn't seem to be the same every single time. So the replay value is like immense because it's not the same game every single time. The story stays the same, but the spawning of the creatures and the way they're placed and things of that nature is superimposed. So yeah, this is me just trying to get around these new spiked asteroids that has gravity. So I decided to go way above the top, and as you can see, I finally did make it to the checkpoint. And luckily enough for me, all the hours of Kerbal Space Program that I put into this game, into Kerbal Space Program, actually helped me out with the mechanics of this game, because it's equal opposite force. If you push so many times in one direction, you know that you need equal force to stop yourself in space. So yeah, docking simulator and Kerbal Space Program actually helped me in this level, which I will have to I have that much to thank for. And luckily I had my emergency stop ready, and yeah, making through this little part was a little tricky, but I do eventually get it. When in doubt, spam the spacebar. Oh yeah, and this is when they introduced the alien ship. It shoots like a pulse every 5 to 10 seconds. Or it was like 3 to 4 seconds, something like that. It was something really, really small. I think it's every 5 seconds that it shoots. And you basically have to time yourself to get through this. Otherwise, you actually get hit. And then you got these floating rock moon cheese pieces that you get by. All in all, I will have to say that this level was pretty fun. And as you can see in this level, this little area we're here, you start off with a ship, and you have the little ducky. You can bounce off those duckies, but they usually wind up bouncing you into either another ducky, or they wind up bouncing you into the wall. So you have to be really careful not to touch them, because you got to treat them basically like it's bad. As you can see here, I had a lot of trouble getting through this area. It took me quite a few attempts, but ultimately, I did manage to get through. Now, when you see this section here, I was quite confused on where I should go, or where the game wanted me to go to. There is a bottom line that comes up, and there was a line from the top that comes down, with a bunch of bad things on it. Took me a few seconds to realize that I thought I was supposed to go down through the bottom, but no, that wasn't the way. Basically, I figured out that I need to follow the top line over and out because I saw that little spaceship out there. So I was thinking, wow, well, if the top line goes out far enough and the spaceship shoots, then I can make my way out of there. And that is exactly what I did. I will have to say it as a little side note, if it wasn't for the fact that the doghouse checkpoints, if they didn't stop me dead in my velocity and things of that nature, I probably would have spent multiple hours on this level. Luckily, they did just that. They stopped you. So, yeah. When I saw the frisbee, I was super excited. I was like, yes, I beat it. It's here, the frisbee. It has dust and scent. Autopilot engaged. It will bring me straight to my master. Let's fly. Chapter 8. Doggo takes flight. Now, we'll have to say about this level here. This level, yes, it was a little bit intense at first, but once I got the hang of things, it was okay. And the water air balloon checkpoints really made this a really fun, unique experience in a game. Because the one thing I do like about Balthazar's Dream, all in all, is that every single level has some different type of different technique or different playstyle, which makes the game so unique. I, for one, love this game. So, but I will have to say that this level did take me by surprise, and as you can see with what's going on the screen right now, it's just throwing a lot of stuff at you, and it was just like, oh my goodness, what do I do? But all in all, there was power-ups and things of that nature later on in the level, which if you could use them to your advantage, but 9 times out of 10, I didn't see the power-ups becoming useful. It was just a matter of dodging what needed to be done. So, I will have to say that the Fireup power-ups, when they gave them to you in the game, if you did not get them, I don't see how there was a way that you could get through these areas. Because this power-up, although the speed upgrade is not necessarily necessary, the fire rate up, though, that was definitely something that you need to grab as soon as you see it. Because if you don't, I don't think there's a way you could actually make it through there without that speed power. Now, in this little section here, you can't break the big spiky asteroids. It's basically a dodge game. You basically have to dodge around the spiky asteroids as best you can and not get hit. And then they send the aliens after you. Oh boy, the aliens! At first, I did not know what this power-up did, so I was like, what? And then I realized it was an invincibility, so it's basically a hot dog in space. And then they give you so many fire rate ups that you just have to break through that solid mass of stuff. It was insane. I had so much fun on this level. Right around this checkpoint, I realized that the game developers got a little sneaky, and they started putting multiple of the obstacles together. So they put the big spiky asteroids where you have to dodge around, and they also added a mixture of alien ships. Not only are these alien ships not going to fly past you, but these alien ships will hone in on your location and try to take you out and try to touch you. And of course, you know what happens when that happens. Balthazar has a retry. But again, they give you another one of those hot dogs to make it through a bunch of asteroids. Yeah. This is another one of those areas where if you don't get every single one of those shop speed ups, you basically cannot make it through this area because there's just so much stuff. And then that big wall at the end. So if you at home were playing along, make sure you grab every single one of those little stakes that they give you because, yeah, you're gonna need them. Now, in this last little section, this was the Coup de Gras. This is what put the icing on the cake for me for this level. They give you a hot dog right there at the end, and all of those alien ships just raining down. Boy, am I glad I caught that last hot dog. The frisbee is taking me back to Earth. Prepare for atmospheric re-entry. Wolf, bark, arf! The dog, barking in his sleep again. Should I throw him out? No, leave him be. He is the boy's best friend, after all. And the dog does not have much time left, or the boy does not have much time left. Chapter 9, Stray Streets. But at this point in time, I decided that this episode had gone on long enough. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much. If you do me a favor, give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, see you later.